I'm going to move my hand this way.
Plumbers Convention.
Plumbers Convention, yes, thank you. We're at a Plumbers Convention, and we're going to need some experts. So we've got Miss Joelle here. She's from a certain time period. Can I get a suggestion for that time period?
The future.
The future. Near?
Far.
Far. The far future. All right, I feel like you can handle that. She's a professional. All right, and Miss Melanie, she specializes in a certain kind of animal, like a cow or like a cat. Like, what's another good? What's a wacky animal she might be a specialist in?
Squirrel.
Llama?
Llama.
Okay, llama. I'm thinking Emperor's New Groove, llamas. Okay, and for Elena over here, I feel like we talked about one, but something. What about a food? What's your favorite food? This side of the audience.
Klondike bar.
Klondike bar. I feel like you got this one. Okay, this is all right. So let's go take it from the top here. And Miss Joelle, you are
from the future.
Future. All right. And Miss Melanie.
Llamas.
Llamas. And then
Klondike bar.
Klondike bar. All right. Aaron, are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
He's going to be taking your questions, audience. Go ahead.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PlumberCon. We are going to take your questions here in a moment. Before we do that, I want to introduce your esteemed panel of experts. So, why don't you start and introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Zena, the 25th century girl.
Thanks, Z.
Yeah, I'm Patricia. I am an expert in llamas, not to be confused with alpacas. All things llamas.
Llamas. Excellent. Llamas and plumbers.
I'm Clyde. My dad invented Klondike bars, and so I'm here at this plumbers convention because you can do a lot with these things, and they're fucking good. I just can't stop eating them.
Thanks, Clyde. Okay, that's our panel of experts. Do we have any questions from the audience? It doesn't, I should warn you, it doesn't have to be about plumbing. It could be any question. Yeah.
I have a crippling cheese addiction, and it's clogged all of my pipes. In my house, inside me. How do I fix this problem?
Yeah, good question. Who better to ask than somebody from the future who understands medical knowledge? Z, what do you recommend for clogged pipes?
Yeah, so that's a great question. And that's something that I'm sure you guys run into all the time. A lot of people from your time period have cheese issues, I guess. But don't worry, all you have to do is hang on just a couple more 100 years, because where I'm from, all of the cheese is made to be digested really easily. And we actually only eat cheese. So, I can't really help you now, but your great-great-great-grandchildren won't have that problem.
There you go. It's like a plumbing solution, isn't it? Okay, Patricia, let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah. So you'll just want to adopt a llama, and they will very quickly take the cheese from your hand. So your addiction to cheese and lack of self-control will be maintained by a pet llama.
Excellent. Llamas to the rescue. All right, I like it. And Clyde, Klondike.
So, you don't have to quit the cheese. With Klondikes, dude, you can crush that shit up with some ricotta, okay? Because it's a little bit of a sweeter cheese, throw some honey in that, mix it up, and wean yourself off the hard cheese that's clogging your shit in your pipes, man. Just make that concoction and do that for a week. Lots of water, flush you right out. Flush those pipes too, man. That comes out of you. Yeah, it's good. It's good shit.
Excellent, Clyde. Great advice. I hope that answered your question. Any more questions from the audience? Yes, ma'am?
Mr. Clyde, I guess Mr. Klondike, is it true, the allegations that we've been hearing that 75% of all the FBI's most wanted crimes have been convicted because of the Klondike bar?
Ooh, controversy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fake news out there and stuff, and like my dad told me that like shit's classified and stuff, and like he's like buddies with Elon Musk and like so close with Trump too. So like all I know is Papa comes home with a shit ton of Klondike bars and Clyde's happy, okay? So like allegations, like just chew it over with a Klondike. Like, who cares, man? Like, at that point, it's good shit.
Yeah, but you know what? Clyde, come on, level with the audience here. I mean, we've had, 12, 13 allegations just this week? People knocking over banks with Klondike bars in their mouths? Like, what's going on?
All right, since we're at a plumber's convention, I have a confession. That was me just drunk and like totally turned and like fueling off Klondikes, man. Like that shit. Listen, okay. I wanted to get into that bank and I wanted to take Papa's money and just go to Mexico and just live my life with Klondike bars.
Right on!
Right on!
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
All right,
about.
well, mystery solved. Okay. All right, any more questions from the audience? Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going on vacay to Washington, D.C. What are some fun things to do there?
DC, okay, well, what better time than the future, Z? What do you say? Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's a great question. Host, can you remind me what's the date today?
Well, let's see. It is March circa
2025.
March
Okay.
2025.
Well, I mean, you can do a lot of things in DC, but if there's one thing I can recommend you don't do, for the next month or so, I would just stay away from the Lincoln Monument. At all costs.
Sage advice. Okay, Patricia, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, there's the largest llama
Wait,
farm.
hold on, Patricia. What the hell is going to happen to the Washington Monument?
You know, I wish I could be more specific, but all I can say is stay away from the Lincoln Monument, and it may involve Klondike bars.
Oh, sorry, Patricia.
I think I might have to leave soon. There's a llama farm nearby that. Oh God. Well, if you make it in time, visit the llama farm and you'll have a nice time until whatever happens.
Clyde, you seem to be at the center of controversy over here.
So, that's so crazy, Z. Like, yeah. Another confession. So I'm so popular on the YouTube channels and stuff, and TikTok, bro. So like, yeah, I'm doing a challenge. It's the Klondike challenge. I ride in 100 deep on freaking alpacas, bro. Like, not that llama shit. Alpacas. We ride in deep with hundreds of Klondike bars each. So that's, I mean, do the math, okay? And Lincoln Memorial, yeah, no mas, bro. Like, that's gonna be just slipping and it's like covered in Klondike bars. And then, and I don't know, like, there may or may not be cocaine involved and a lot of beer, but turn up.
All right, well, I guess somebody doesn't like our government. All right, final question now.
Can you explain how llamas are going to make the Klondike bars in the future?
Ooh, Patricia, I think that's up your alley. Let's start with you.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have perfect hooves to, press down that chocolate goodness, essentially they're just going to enslave the alpacas to mass make all the ice cream, and then with their hooves, they will work as a team to push them together, made with love.
To add to that, so like, have you ever seen little wet animals on YouTube where they're all just like dripping in the water and stuff? They look so funny. That's also why they're llamas, because them covered in Klondike bars, dude, it's so cute. So yeah, that was my call. But Elon Musk, yeah, he's gonna enslave those llamas. He's also gonna put a chip in their brain that's just gonna make them like hyper freaking stompy feeties all over the Klondike bars, pack them down, and that shit's going to space.
I think Elon's lying to you. It's the alpacas that are going.
Well, hang on here, folks. Z, we gotta give you the final question now. Is it AI and Elon Musk taking over the world?
I'm so glad you asked. Absolutely. And just to settle this debate, actually, we've got llama alpaca hybrids with Tesla programmed opposable thumbs. Buy Tesla stock now.
That explains why Papa's investing in nuclear plants, dude. It's gonna be like freaking Chernobyl freaking mutants, dude.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for coming to Plumbers Con and visiting our panel. Thank you.